Hello, how are you going? My name is Jason. Welcome back to the podcast. Yes, it's been a couple of weeks, so I do apologize for no video last week, but I've been thinking I'm not going to get a job anytime soon in the next 6 months or so, so I'm thinking of doing some study. The government has said, hey, guys, why don't you get off Netflix and stop chilling and start studying, and we're going to discount a whole bunch of courses that are relevant to jobs, which I looked into, and there's a lot of courses that are relevant to jobs. They are all mainly either teaching jobs, which is great, or they are, math, science, STEM kind of stuff. So I am thinking about studying. Actually, I'm probably going to study data analytics. Yeah. Ooh, do you feel it? It's a little bit outside the box, or maybe it's in the box. Ooh, I'm going to be a bean counter. Ooh, yes, please. Ooh, ones and zeros. Ow! Getting hot in this shit. Going from arts and traveling around the world to computers. Yes. No, I fully realized that I need to do some sort of programming. I need to know some sort of programming. It's definitely a skill that is transferable in pretty much every industry you can think of. So data analytics has some programming in it, more data science. The difference, I know, you're like, data analytics, do you mean data science? Yeah, you idiot, boof. The difference being, from what I understand, data analytics uses the tools to get insight into someone's business, for example, and data science creates the tools. I think that's kind of the main difference that you kind of have to look at. What is data analytics, data science? It's basically getting large amounts of data, otherwise known as big data. Hello, students. That one's out for my students that have written me papers about big data. So many fucking papers. It's about getting big data and being able to analyze them effectively and kind of find the trends or find the efficiencies in the data and what the company could be doing. For example, you have a wine business. You want to know which wine to sell or to promote. You notice that this one's selling, but so then you hire a data analyst to be like, hey, which ones have the biggest potential for growth, and when should I put them on sale, type of thing. And so, a data analyst would be able, if you had enough data, would be able to go into the data and figure out that this bottle should be priced at this much at this time. So that kind of goes more into your marketing analysis. Data analyst roles often have roles such as market analyst, sales analyst, healthcare analyst, and other analysts, boo. So the kind of the most famous one at the moment would be the people doing the coronavirus research. So that would probably be, the analysts there that are looking at the data and creating those heat maps that you see. For example, in Victoria, we are now, certain suburbs are in lockdown. I would suspect that a lot of those people working in the background were data analysts going, okay, we're seeing a trend in these areas, and if we don't, there's an R rate of this and blah, 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 blah. If we don't curb it soon, it's going to get out of hand. So that's kind of really interesting. From what I can understand from the videos I've been watching and from all that sort of stuff, your job is in kind of 4 kind of categories. The first is asking the right question. So if someone comes up to you and says, I want to make more sales. Well, what's the right question? Do you want to make more sales? Do you want to make more profit? Do you want to make, this type of thing? So finding out the right question, so you can do the right research, which is the second part. So getting the data and doing the research. So getting the right data, eliminating the outliers, and making a trend line. So there's that, and then so that's kind of the majority. The second part is the majority of the work, and then there's only a fraction that is actually the mathematical crunching of the numbers part, where you're doing a lot of log tables. I don't know. So that part, I'm kind of interested in, but not like I don't have any skill in it. So I'm like, that sounds complicated and hard. And then, of course, the fourth part would be presenting, which I believe would be in the form of a written report. Fun. Writing reports is fun, but also potentially presenting the analysis. And so, what a lot of these people say is that you need to have good math skills, good analytical skills, attention to detail. Not for me. But then also you need good communication skills. So it's like kind of blending all of these skills all together. So you're blending statistics, as you can imagine, mathematics, programming, all together, and then you have to have a good communication base as well. So you're at the intersection of a whole lot of these points. And you're always learning new techniques and new kind of things, which, is interesting, I guess. Which also means that, whatever degree or certificate that I get, it's gonna be freaking irrelevant in a couple of years. Do you know what I mean? So I need to kind of keep at it. If I want to get a job, I need to keep at it. How much is it going to cost? About 6 months. It can cost me $2,500 for 6 months. However, right, get this, the government is only paying for a 6-month course, for a short course to kind of upskill, which doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything at all. So, because, to do a master's, it's 2 years. So really, you're going to pay, if you get a certificate, the certificate doesn't mean shit. Employers probably aren't going to they're just going to say, oh, you're interested in it, great, and because I wasn't working in that industry, it really isn't going to get me a job, really. So I'll have to do a master's, and the master's is at full fee paying rates. There's no discount there. So you're looking at $27,000 a year, which sucks. But 6 months of the 2-year course would have been at that $2,500 rate. So I would have gotten a discount at the start. A bit misleading from the government. Thank you, government. But the reason, I probably should have started with this. Talk about burying the lead. The reason why I've decided to study is, yes, I won't have work, but 2, my industries are all fucked. ESL, fucked. Because who's coming? No one's coming. Students aren't coming. And even if the visas are to get reinstated and whatever, they're still not going to come. Second thing is film and events and all those stuff. That's all fucked. So I'm taking the price signal from the government, and gonna study data analytics and data science, maybe as a master's. So what do you think? Do you know any data analysts? Do you know any data scientists? Are you a data analyst, data science? Let me know in the comments. I'm just, it's whatever. It's like, boop, let's give it a go, see what happens. And yeah, I'm excited but nervous, and Like the worst thing, I know it's going to be working on computers all day. I know that. But my experience in an office has been very bad. So whether I'm working, so I think if you love what the end goal, not the end goal, what the broader goal is. So for example, the company, or you're working for coronavirus research, right? You'll be like, this is sick. I'm affecting change, right? Versus say something you don't like, I don't know, salinity levels in the ocean. I don't know, something like that. It might be super, super boring and not fulfilling. And of course, your management and all that sort of stuff. But I haven't worked in an office at all long enough. I had 2 jobs. They both sucked in an office. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, I can do this course. I can get a job. I can be a maths nerd. Ooh, maths nerd. And yeah, tell me what you think. Tell me if you know anyone. Tell me if it's worthwhile, or tell me if I should save my money. Thank you. See you. Peace.